What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. So, where I was right, where I was wrong, and why it doesn't really matter. So, of course, I was right on the Patriots and Jets. Patriots beat the Jets. I thought it'd be a little closer. It wasn't. The score isn't really indicative of really how far that game got out of hand, which now you see because Justin Fields has been benched in favor of Tyrod Taylor. So, the Commanders lost to Dolphins. The Dolphins have some spunk back, I guess. Too little, too late, right? Probably. And the Commanders have just lost the season. Packers and Giants. Packers eked out a close one that shouldn't even been that close. We'll go over details on another video. The Titans almost defeated the Texans. Of course, it's still Davis Mills, who's still a pretty good quarterback, in my opinion. Former Stanford quarterback. So, you know. The Falcons almost did it. Pack it up and start selling ice cream. I mean, maybe go back to selling VCRs or something. Arthur Blank, maybe sell the franchise, give it away, whatever, donate it. The incompetency. Now your quarterback is hurt again. So whatever hope Falcons fans have had this season might be gone, but you got Kirk Cousins now, so maybe. But the Panthers are still donkey butt. I don't care what anybody says. When Rico Dowdle is not on, they don't play well. So, yeah, not a good team. Neither one of them. Vikings almost had it, and they let it slip away. The Bears are a lot better team than I thought they'd be. So, if they continue this, they might be a legit contender. I thought in the beginning of the season they were a pretender. I said, let's see how this works out with Ben Johnson and company. And now they seem to be getting on track offensively and defensively. Vikings are still struggling. The Jaguars, I picked them. So let me say where I was right and where I was wrong. I was right on the Patriots. I was right on the Dolphins. Right on the Texans. I was right on the Packers. Barely. I was wrong on the Falcons. I was wrong on the Vikings. I believe I picked the Vikings because they were at home. This one I was right on, but maybe two right. I picked the Jaguars, but damn, 35-6, bruh. That's embarrassing. Even though it was in Jacksonville, so the Chargers pulled up Buffalo Bills and did not show up. So I was right on the Jaguars. The Bills I was right on. For a while though, it looked like it could go the other way. The Buccaneers are still banged up. The Bills were fortunate to escape that game with a win. They started to pull away, but it was tight there for a good while. Buccaneers are still a good football team. The Bills might win the Super Bowl by default because there's no great teams in the NFL. Steelers, I was right on that. Beat the Bengals, beat the brakes off of them. Of course, Jamar Chase spit in the face of Jalen Ramsey, apparently, and now he's out for a game, so it hurt your team again. And you might even get Joe Burrow back this coming week. What a bonehead. And disgusting. I would have given him probably 2 or 3 games, but that's just me. I mean, that's nasty. I was right on that anyway. Aaron Rodgers, of course, got hurt, so that stinks. but he wasn't playing great to begin with. But their defense is finally getting it done. So 49ers beat the Cardinals. I picked the 49ers in that game. The Cardinals are toast. They are done. They might end up having to decide if they want to move on from Kyler Murray or not. With his injuries and then his lack of ability, and just, you got Marvin Harrison Jr. and you got Trey McBride. So I know he's been hurt, but still, you're hurt. So greatest ability is availability. He doesn't have it. I was wrong on the Seahawks. I picked them to beat the Rams. They almost did it, but the Rams are a good football team. I said it should be a close game. Darnold didn't look good. I still think he's better than what he looked, and I still like the Seahawks to go far. I think that was my Super Bowl pick, Seahawks and Bills. That'd be a good one. Could be the Rams and Bills. If you had to pick a complete team, or one that's close to a complete team, the closest one I've seen so far this season is the LA Rams. So, yeah. And they could end up drafting Fernando Mendoza next year from the picks from Atlanta. So, yeah, they are a legit team. I picked the Chiefs over the Broncos. The Broncos won that game, so slowly my faith is being restored in the Broncos. I figured Mahomes would be the difference. He was not. Chiefs are in trouble. Could be a rough season for them. They might be either one and done or miss the playoffs altogether. Yeah. So I was wrong on that one. I was right on, what was the last one? The 49ers. I was right on the Ravens, but that didn't look good for a while. But Shedeur Sanders Shedored it. Now, look, you can't blame him. He had a good drive at the end. Didn't play well, but he's a day three pick. So they kill the kid, and then they overpraise the kid. We'll see. Give him some time. See what he can do. I don't think he's a superstar, but maybe he proves me wrong. Let's see. Let's watch him. I don't know if Gabriel's coming back or not. Neither one of them has been great this season. It's a bad football team. Not a good head coach. Not a good organization overall. So everybody's kind of behind the 8 ball there. And you still got the Deshaun Watson debacle hanging over you. I was wrong on the Lions, but look, again, like I've told you before, the Lions should have kicked field goals. They should have won that game. If Dan Campbell doesn't go for it on every 4th down, they probably win that game. Bad coaching. Hopefully he learns his lesson. If he doesn't, they'll repeat the same mistakes. Eagles are trash. Their defense isn't that good. Their offense isn't very good. The Lions just didn't do what they should have done. Kick field goals. What do you want me to tell you? But I'm not picking the Eagles or the Redskins or the Giants. Just not going to do it. And I was right on the Cowboys. The Raiders, at this point, probably regretting not trading everything you have, because this is a start the foundation and complete rebuild here. You're not 2 or 3 pieces away. You're not 5 pieces away. What do the Raiders need? You need a quarterback. You need offensive line. You need receivers. You really don't need tight ends, so I guess you got me there. Maybe running back. Gentry does not look very good. Not what I thought he's going to be. Could be a product of him. Could be a product of the offensive line. Could be a product of teams know he's the only thing they got besides Brock Bowers and Michael May. The only thing you really got going for you on defense is Crosby. Not much else. Linebackers, you could use defensive tackles. You could use defensive edge rushers to help Crosby. But you might be trading a lot of what you have left. You might even have trade Michael May, Brock Bowers, Ashton Gentry, Max Crosby, Colton Miller, whoever you can, to stack enough odds and get enough free agents next year to start rebuilding. It's that bad. I don't see much on that roster. We'll get down the roster. I thought they were going to be better than they are this year. And I don't know if it's a mixture of Pete Carroll and the coaches and the players, or maybe he's just too old. I don't know what it is, but you don't see much from the Raiders right now. So decision's going to have to be made, but that is where I was right, where I was wrong. So remember to like, subscribe, comment, share, hit notifications. Once we get 100, doing a free giveaway. Love you guys, and I will catch you on the next video. Peace.